Well, hello everyone. My name is Derek Long. I'm a researcher at the University of Southern Queensland, and I work in machine vision or computer vision, which is already a big part of our world and is only going to get bigger and bigger. Our laptops and our smartphones can already recognise our faces to unlock. Self-driving cars will be using vision to navigate the road and detect obstacles to brake for. Drones use machine vision as well to detect obstacles, and many future and current robots include cameras as part of their sensing systems. So my role at the university is to adapt the developments that are occurring for self-driving cars and bring them into agriculture. So looking at cameras on tractors or in other places to help sense the crop and identify things about our crops so that we can better grow food and fibre in this country. The activity I have for this workshop today is to show you some of the very basics behind machine vision, about how a computer interprets images that come in from cameras, how it assigns numbers to each pixel, like all the pixels that make up this video that you're viewing now, and how we can start to selectively look at numbers to detect some objects, say by colour. I've brought some apples into my office here, and let's say we have an apple picking robot that has a camera on it, and we want to write a program so that it can identify where the apples are that it will reach out to grab. How would we do that? The basics of the colours that form each pixel are 3 numbers for each one: a number for red light, for green light, and for blue light. And this can be between 0 and 255, and every single colour that is displayed on the screen is some combination of those 3 numbers. So, for example, I'm going to have it display the numbers for the green background there, so that it's saying about 100 for red and blue, and about 175 or 180 for green, 160. That's an example of how a computer interprets a colour, those 3 numbers there. And if we told the computer to only look for certain numbers, we could start to detect an object by its colour. So, for example, I will tell the computer to only show me pixels that have similar numbers to that. So they'll all be white, as in yes, that's the right colour, and anything not that colour will be black. So it's obviously shown up most of the green backing plate there, backing bush that I have behind the apples. To be focus on a different colour, if I clicked and told it to show me all the pixels that were looking red, now we're starting to reduce the image into looking at those apples. Sorry, I lost the camera there for a second. So going from a large image with 3 numbers per pixel down to just 1 number. Is it what we want or is it not? So it's starting to simplify things down now. We can do other things with all of these white pixels. For example, I could try to fill in the holes to make them nice round bodies of white pixels. And then I could have the computer read those all as separate bodies and identify where the center of each of those is that it could reach out for. There are other ways it could analyze those blobs or those round circles. So just as we could look at it and guess its size, the computer could measure that as well by looking at the size of the circle. So we can tell the computer to tell me the radius of each of those circles. And just as we see that, yes, they were all about the same size, so a computer could look at the radius and say, yes, 20, 22, 20, 21, those are all about the same size. So that's a very simple example of how we can use software to interpret what comes in from a camera. There are many activities and many pieces of technology that you'll see at the It Takes a Spark and Youth Entrepreneurs in STEAM conferences that use cameras and vision, be it to navigate with a robot or to observe building blocks that you might use to code in a function for a robot. Virtual reality headsets, some of them have cameras on the outside so that you can see your surroundings, and it can have some outside tracking. There's many places we can put cameras and many ways we can write software to do useful things. And this is just one example that I've shown you today. For those of you that are in Queensland, you'll be able to see me in person in the 2021 conferences for Toowoomba, and at least at the Youth Entrepreneurs in STEAM conference, YES conference. But I know that no matter where you are and no matter which conferences you're attending, there are some great examples of how robotics and sensors and new technology is changing the world, and they are things that you can all understand and use even now. So I look forward to seeing some of you to show you this program in person in Queensland, and I look forward to hearing how many of you learn about the new ways you can use technology, no matter which of the conferences you attend in 2021. That's all for now. Bye-bye.